Hi everyone! Have you ever heard a story that makes you think really hard about making good choices and trusting God? Today, we are going to talk about an especially sad story from the Bible in the book of Genesis, chapter 34. It's a story about Jacob's family, especially his daughter, Dinah, and her brothers, Simeon and Levi. So, Jacob had a daughter named Dinah, and she loved exploring. One day, she went out to visit some of the girls in a nearby city called Shechem. She was just trying to be friendly. That sounds nice, doesn't it? But sometimes, even when we have good intentions, things can go wrong if we're not careful about who we spend time with or where we go. In this story, a man named Shechem, the son of the city's ruler, saw Dinah. He did something very wrong and very unkind to her. When Dinah's brothers heard about what happened, they were very, very angry. Imagine how you would feel if someone hurt your sister or brother. Two of Dinah's brothers, Simeon and Levi, were especially upset. They felt like they needed to do something to protect Dinah and their family's honor. Now, Shechem's father, Hamor, came to Jacob and his sons. He wanted Dinah to marry Shechem, and he wanted their families to become one big family. This was a very difficult situation for Jacob. He knew his sons were very angry, and he wished they would be wise. But Simeon and Levi had a secret plan. They told Hamor and Shechem that they could only join their families if all the men in Shechem city were circumcised, just like Jacob's family. They said it was a custom. Shechem and Hamor agreed. They thought it was a good idea for them because they wanted to be friends with Jacob's family and get all their riches. So, they convinced all the men in their city to do it. But Simeon and Levi's plan was not a good one at all. When the men of the city were vulnerable because of the circumcision, Simeon and Levi, along with some others, went into the city. They attacked them. It was a terrible and wrong thing to do. They were trying to protect their family, but they chose a very, very bad way to do it. When Jacob, their father, found out, he was heartbroken and disappointed. He said, "Oh, my sons, what have you done? You have made us hated by everyone around us. We are few in number, and now we are in danger." Jacob knew this was not God's way. This sad story teaches us some important lessons. First, it's important to be careful and wise about where we go and who we spend time with, even if we just want to be friendly. Second, when bad things happen, it's easy to get very, very angry. But anger can make us do things that are wrong and even dangerous, like Simeon and Levi did. Third, God always wants us to trust Him to make things right, not to take matters into our own hands in harmful ways. Jacob was sad because his sons didn't act with wisdom and didn't trust God's plan. Even though this is a sad story, it reminds us how important it is to follow God's rules, to forgive, and to always try to choose kindness and peace, even when we're upset. God wants us to live in a way that honors Him, and that means being fair and just to everyone. And that's our story from Genesis 34. Remember, even in the difficult parts of the Bible, there are lessons for us to learn about how to live and trust God. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for daily content exploring the Bible in full, chapter by chapter. God bless, friends.